What's up, spirit souls? I hope you're having a fantastic day and welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new here, I'm Chaitanya Das, and here is where I come to talk about things like spirituality, self-development, relationships, fitness, the law of attraction, and so much more. But most importantly, I talk about all these things in connection to the supreme intelligence behind the stringent laws of material nature, in connection to the one known in the Vedic scriptures as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the all-attractive one, Kṛṣṇa. I sincerely hope you enjoy the content. If you do, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's good karma. Also, if you'd like more information on how you can connect with your inner self so you can live a happier and more fulfilling life, take a look at my website, link in the description below. There you'll find wonderful resources designed specifically to assist you with achieving that goal. Now, before I jump right into it, let me roll the intro. 3, 2, 1, let's go. We're being controlled, or are we? One could say that the real test of a free society is the extent to which it allows, within its own borders, the sometimes eccentric and often disturbing presence of poets and artists. That is what you notice if you read about totalitarian societies that want to clamp down on free speech and make everybody think the same way. I think we can't deny that the first areas to receive heavy censorship, if not complete shutdown, are the arts, philosophy, theater, political, religious, and philosophical dialogues. One of the great many things about America is that we don't see a lot of censoring of its poets, artists, and even its revolutionaries. In fact, in a lot of cases, we honor them and help them find their voices, their audience, and ways to get their message out. We can say that from a materialistic perspective, this is the hallmark of a great society. What if ancient Greece had shut down its philosophers and forbade them from making plays? The whole arena of theater, which is arguably the ancestor of movies and TV, would never have found its way. We would never be able to gather in parks all over the country to enjoy those wonderful Shakespeare plays.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
And what about Srila Prabhupada, the founder, acharya, or a spiritual master of the International Society for Kṛṣṇa Consciousness in the West, who came to the United States in 1965 and was able to freely preach the message of love of God? And his newly initiated disciples and followers were able to gather in parks and public areas to listen and join him in the chanting of the holy names. So I'm grateful he was able to do that. And I think that that aspect of a free society is something that the founding fathers were careful to protect. Now, it seems like in recent years, we have escalated an ongoing debate in our society about what is acceptable in art, music, and even free speech. And I think that is exactly what the founding fathers want us to do as quote-unquote free people. And obviously, a lot can be said around this subject. What is interesting to me is that nowadays, even the so-called spiritualists, people who identify themselves as spiritual practitioners, are seen discussing what is and what is not appropriate as far as the government involvement in our daily lives. Many go as far as saying that there is a small group of powerful people that have a plan for depopulation and control of the masses. And they do so through the manipulation of information in the media and mass vaccinations. Now, I'm not going to evaluate or discuss the merit of these allegations, as I am certain that people in positions of power have tried and will continue to try to manipulate and control others for their own benefit and enjoyment. After all, anyone with a little of real spiritual understanding knows that we, the eternal living entities, thinking ourselves as the controllers and doers of activity, have come into this material manifestation for the purpose of enjoyment. But also that conclusion lacks the understanding that the idea of control is illusion. I have mentioned several times in past videos how Kṛṣṇa himself says in the Gita that the individual living entity, under his illusory energy, thinks itself as the doer of activity, which is in actuality being carried out by the three modes of material nature. This is indeed a deep philosophical subject, and I will not attempt to discuss it in this video. But I will say that according to Guru, or spiritual master, Sadhu, saintly persons, and Shastra, the revealed scriptures, those who have had the good fortune to hear the Vedanta conclusion from the lips of a realized spiritual master or Guru, inevitably and fully accept that the living entity, no matter how powerful they seem to be, has no potency to control other living entities. And the apparent control we see manifested in this material world is indeed sanctioned and arranged by Kṛṣṇa himself through his external energy. And sanctioned and arranged based on what? Based on the jiva, or the living entity's desire. Or, in other words, based on what the individual living entity has chosen to give its attention to. And one may ask, if that is the case, how should we, in possession of this knowledge, act when faced with circumstances such as the one that we find ourselves living through right now, where we feel and a lot of times witness injustices making their way into our home? My understanding is that the solution is intelligent surrender. And what do I mean by intelligent? I mean surrendering according to Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. You see, we all have come into this material energy with momentum. We have different wants and needs. And as such, we should not discourage each other on acting on what we feel compelled to do. In other words, if we see what we perceive as injustice, for example, a child being abused or mistreated, or our government trying to overreach and limit our civil liberties, it is our moral and civil duty to act in a way to protect the child or children and fight against an oppressive government. But these actions have to be done in congruence with the understanding of who we really are, the nature of this material manifestation, and the nature of the Supreme Source, Kṛṣṇa, so we can carve a path of least resistance towards what is wanted. So when I witness debates about who is right or who is wrong, or who is in control or who is being controlled, I immediately hold on to the realization of who I really am, or we really are, source energy, part and parcel of the Supreme Source, Kṛṣṇa, as well as the nature of this material manifestation, which is designed to reciprocate and send more of whatever we give our attention to, and the nature of the Supreme Source, Kṛṣṇa, which is all good and all fulfilling, and the eternal relationship between us. And that immediately points me in the right direction, where my actions, in alignment with that knowledge, always bring me to, or at least move me towards, my desired goal. But enough of what I think. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, as I said before, if you want more information on how you can connect with your inner self so you can live a happier and more fulfilling life, take a look at my website. There you'll find wonderful resources designed specifically to assist you with achieving that goal. So thank you very much for your time and attention, and until next time, chant Hare Kṛṣna and be happy. Hare Kṛṣna.
Who is liberated soul, not conditioned soul, he has the prompting of Paramatma, what Paramatma says. Do you understand? But conditioned soul cannot understand it. He cannot hear it. He hears the prompting of Maya. Do you understand? Conditioned soul hears the prompting of Maya, not prompting of Paramatma. Huh? And thinks, oh, this is Paramatma. No, Maya says. But what Paramatma says, that should be confirmed. How you can confirm? It should be confirmed by Sadhu, Shastra. You understand? If you hear some prompting, you must think of, is it Paramatma's prompting or Maya's prompting? Huh? Isn't it? How can I understand it? So you should approach a sadhu who is sure of truth, Sadhguru. Then inquire there what he says. And his Shastra should say. It must come out from Shastra, it comes out from the lips of sadhu. Then it's confirmed, yes, I have heard it, now it's confirmed. Then you can accept, yes, it's Paramatma's prompting. Otherwise it's Maya's prompting. Understand?